The first physicochemical parameter is solubility. So solubility can be defined as it is the ratio of rate constants of dissolved solute and undissolved solutes at equilibrium at a given temperature. So solubility mainly occurs between the dissolved solute and undissolved solute particles in a solution. So, the solubility measures the degree of attraction of the drug molecules towards the macromolecules of biological system, which are based upon their hydrophilicity or lipophilicity. So, if the drug molecule is having of more hydrophilic in nature, so the drug molecule can be dissolved in the aqueous environment. If the drug molecule is having more lipophilic character, so that type of drug molecules can be dissolved in lipid content. So in lipid content, the drugs which are dissolved in lipid content can be absorbed easily into the systemic circulation, and the drug molecule can be stayed in the body for long period of time. The solubility is helpful in determining the hydrophilic or lipophilic nature of the drug molecules. It governs the transport of the drug molecules from exobiophase to the site of the receptor. To reach the target site, the drug molecules has to dissolve in the aqueous phase as well as in the lipid phase. To obtain that nature, so the drug molecule must have the equal degree of aqueous and as well as lipid solubility. So most of the drug molecules possess the balanced solubility, so that is having same degree of solubility in both aqueous and lipid layers. For any compound to dissolve in a solvent or medium, it must establish or it must establish an attractive force between itself and with that of the molecules of the solvent. That means to dissolve in a solvent, the drug molecule must form the intermolecular attractions as well as intramolecular attractions. So these are the various types of bondings present between the molecules as well as the solvent. So first one is van der Waals force of attraction. This type of attractions mainly present between the non-polar functional groups such as methyl, ethyl, like that. So carbon, methyl, ethyl. So such type of functional groups are non-polar in nature. Next, dipole-dipole bondings. So these are mainly present between the hydrogen bonding. So that means the molecules which are having two poles, that is dipole means two poles, that is positive as well as the negative charges present in the structure. So these dipole interactions are mainly these dipole interactions example is hydrogen bonding. Next, ionic bonding. So ionic bonding is formed between the cation as well as anion. So you know that cation is positively charged, anion is negatively charged. So they can be attract each other and form ionic bond. Next, ion dipole bonding. So this type of bonding present between the cation as well as cation or anion and with that of a dipole molecule. So that is positive or negative charge can form a bonding with that of a dipole molecule, whether it is positive or negative. So if positive is present, positive cation is present, it can attract the negative side of the molecule. If the negative charge is present in the molecule, it can attract the positive side of the solvent. So like that they can be attract the molecules, they can be form the bond with that of the solvent and molecules. Next, Importance of solubility. So, orally administered drugs, either in solid or suspension form, have to dissolve in gastric fluid. That is, whether you are administering the drug, whether it is in a solid form or liquid, solid form or suspension form, whatever. So, it must dissolve in the gastric fluid. Then it has to absorb into the blood circulation and it has to distribute in the body and to reach the site of action. So to achieve the pharmacological activity, this process has to be taken place. So to achieve this process, first the drug molecule is required to dissolve in the solvent. So the dissolution is mainly depend upon the drug solubility. So the rate and extent of dissolution is the major feature in controlling the absorption of the drug. Once the drug enter into the systemic circulation, water solubility influences its transport to the body compartments available for the drug. So the drug that are sparingly soluble in water, so the drugs which are sparingly soluble and less solubility, so sparingly soluble in water may deposit on a route to their site of action. That means sparingly soluble drugs can form clog up, that means they can clog up in the blood vessels. This may prevent the blood supply to the particular organs, so the organs may get damaged. So example is crystallization of sulfonamides in the kidney. Some poor solubility can also be helpful. So example, so some poor solubility is also essential in delivering the drug to the site of action. Sometimes poor solubility can also helpful for the transportation of drug and to reach the site of action. So drug depots chewable dosage forms and to mask the bitter taste of the drugs, the insolubility of the drug is very essential. For example, if a drug is having more bitter in taste, so we can apply the some coatings over the dosage form, whether it is a tablet, so we can apply the coating. So that coating prevents the dissolution of that particular drug in the mouth, so we can mask the taste of that. If the drug is dissolved in the mouth, we can feel the bitter taste. If the drug does not dissolve in the mouth, we cannot feel the bitter taste. So we can apply this formula, so we can apply the coating over the drug molecule and simply the drug can be easily passes through the mouth. For example, penicillin G procaine has a solubility of about zero point 0.5 grams in 100 grams of water. When its salt is administered as suspension by intramuscular injection, it acts as a depot by slow releasing of the penicillin. This is due to the poor solubility of the penicillin in the aqueous environment. So hydrolysis by water is one of the main route for the metabolism of the drug molecule. So hydrolysis means addition of water. In the presence of water, the drug molecule can be broken down into two metabolites. For example, the lignocaine or lidocaine. So it is a local anesthetic. So this is the structure of lignocaine. So the lignocaine when enter into the systemic circulation, it can undergo for hydrolysis. So at this site, it can undergo for hydrolysis. At this site, that is amide linkage can be broken down. So amide linkage can be down by the addition of water. So this may result into the formation of an 2,6 dimethylamine and an carboxylic acid. A successful drug exhibits solubility in both aqueous and lipid layer. So there are Few examples with solubility is only one of these phases correlates with pharmacological activity. In a series of esters of para-aminobenzoic acid, the length of alkyl chain, that is lipid solubility, is proportional to the local anesthetic activity. So the length of side chain here, if the carbon chain length increases, lipid solubility can be increases. That may increases the pharmacological activity, that is local anesthetic activity, can also be increases. The physicochemical parameters like boiling point, viscosity, surface activity, and partition coefficient increases. The aqueous solubility can also be increases, that is water solubility can be increases. The pharmacological activity increases up to a point. After that, the biological activity will be decline. So the point at which maximum biological activity is showing by the drug molecule is called as cutoff point. As the carbon chain length increases, the biological activity increases due to the increasing of the partition coefficient, that is lipid solubility capacity. At the cutoff point, maximum activity reached. So the activity falls due to the low water solubility of the compound. That means the drug molecule has both solubility in lipid as well as aqueous, then only it can shows better activity for better time. So the water solubility of the lead compound can be improved by, so to prevent that, so we have to improve the water solubility of the lead compound. How can we improve the water solubility of the lead compound is by the structural modification. The structural modification, how to change the structure of the compound. The structure of poorly soluble drugs can be modified by the addition of polar functional groups such as carboxylic group, amine group, etc. So these groups increases the solubility of the drug by increase the hydrogen bonding formation. You know that COOH can form hydrogen bonding that of aqueous environment. NH2 can also form, SH can also form sulfhydryl group. So like that, the four that functional groups can increases the solubility of the drug molecule in the aqueous environment. Next method is by reducing the intramolecular forces. So the intramolecular forces may decreases the solubility of the drug in the aqueous environment. To prevent that, we have to block the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. For example, here you can see that methyl dopa. So this is the structure of methyl dopa. So in this you can get that the carboxyl group. So this can be esterified by using of the alcohol. So by that we will get the ester linkage. So this prevent the intramolecular hydrogen bonding with that of the OH groups. So this may increases the solubility of the drug molecule in the aqueous environment. The third method is salt formation. So normally salt formation will not change the activity of the drug molecule, but it may differs in potency. So acidic drugs are usually converted into their metallic or amino salts, and basic drugs to organic salts. So another methods can also be used to increase the solubility of the drug molecule in the aqueous environment, such as co-solvents by using of co-solvents, surfactants. So may also use it to increase the solubility of the drug molecule in the aqueous environment.